What is going on? Lake Pro Tackle Fam back here with another video for y'all. We have a drop coming up on Friday 10:30 on the 19th of September here, Central Time, by the way, in case y'all forget. We are in the Central Time Zone here. So guys, we've got some really cool stuff going on. I got a couple things to talk about as well. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the baits that we're gonna be putting up on the website for y'all. These are finally, I'm talking finally, back in stock for y'all. We're throwing it back. It's a throwback party today. We got a bunch of throwback swim baits in the house, and let's go ahead and go over them. So I've had lots of questions on the cheat codes. How do you fish them? How, you know, what line, what reel, what rod, everything like that. These guys right here are a smaller version of something like the Wake Walker. These guys right here can crank down a little bit easier. They aren't as much walking at the surface like the bigger Wake Walker. Now these can be thrown on literally just about any conventional rod, any like 7-foot medium, heavy, even a medium at some point. Very light line when compared to throwing some of your 6 to 8 inch swim baits. These guys right here, you can throw these suckers on like 14-pound fluoro, 30-pound braid is really the maximum you need. You don't need to jack them unless you upgrade the hooks on these. And again, they don't crank down super erratically as well. They are 3 pieces as well as build here, and you can crawl this around nasty cover. I'm talking like little lay down areas. You can put them in some sparse brush. You can pull it over the tops of weed beds. You can really pull these cheat codes through just about anything. It really is kind of a cheat code when you're fishing these. We've got 3 different colors. We got bone, shad, and gill. And all these colors here are going to be their base colors. So we don't have any of the shop colors, unfortunately, but these are what we could get our hands on. Each of them come with 2 hooks as well as the split rings to put onto the baits, come with stickers as well as hook protectors. So if you're traveling around and you want to carry this but not have hooks swinging everywhere, catching your clothes, catching anything like that, there are hook protectors with these as well. So you can go ahead, clip those on there and be totally safe out there on the water and you're not hooking yourself. The cheat codes themselves, guys, again, these are absolutely killer. I love the little like thin rubber tail. It doesn't have too much of a rudder, doesn't thump super hard. A great just kind of erratic moving action through the water. Again, you can fish this rod tip up, rod tip down. I highly suggest throwing this on around like 15-pound fluoro if you're comfortable with it. Just imagine like a big square bill crankbait essentially, and you're gonna have a blast. These guys right here, since they are a little bit bigger profile, a little bit more aggressive than something like your typical crankbait, you're able to work these in areas that you might not be able to put like a square bill or like a medium running crankbait, but still have the great amount of presence that you can get out of those crankbaits. But guys, we got 3 different color cheat codes going up there, and I think probably the most popular bait from Throwback is going to be these guys right here. These are the Metro Glides. These are going to be 7 inches, 2 ounces. And these are an absolute classic. We have some brand new colors that we didn't normally bring in before, but we basically have almost the full lineup excluding the perch color. But we have your typical shad, bone, and gill. Again, all these are going to have the same 2 hooks, the split ring, as well as the hook protector, as well as stickers. And you know, each of these do have a little bit different tail from the gill to the shad and bone. And these 2 colors that we haven't had before, we've got crappie and we've got trout. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about these right here. So this is the crappie pattern. As you can see, little kind of tannish back, just kind of fading into a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue, really neat color shift as well. And they have a clear smoky tail on the back of this. Really neat color. I love that purple shift. Something that you don't see a lot in a lot of crappie patterns is purple, but I'll tell you, catching crappie around Texas here, there are a lot of them that have kind of that purple shimmer to them. Now, next up is going to be another really cool color. If you're fishing Clear Lake, California, anywhere that have trout in them, especially river systems, if you've got smallmouth, this can be an absolute killer. 7 inches But overall, profile-wise, it kind of feels more like a 6.5, maybe 6.25. This trout pattern here is absolutely stunning. A little bit of green, a little bit of pink in there, like most of your natural trout. You're also gonna see that the smoke tail here is a little bit more brown, which is really neat as well. And these guys all have swiveling hook hangers. All of them, cheat codes, all the metros, and even the next thing we're gonna talk about, which is really neat. So we got 5 colors in the Metro glides going up. Again, your core colors, bone, gill, and shad, as well as crappie and trout. And I'm extremely excited about the crappie and trout, guys. These are super dope colors. In terms of quantity, we are pretty stocked up on the cheat codes as well as the metros, and kind of a go-to rod for this bait right here. Again, it's only 2 ounces, 7 inches. This guy right here, I haven't talked about it much on the channel yet, but this is a signature rod with Leviathan Swimbaits and John Shin, as well as Lake Pro Tackle, of course. This is the iScope rod. This guy right here, 7'9" heavy, moderate fast parabolic action. This is a great treble hook bait throw and rod. So whether it's a metro or even a cheat code, especially with lighter line, this rod has that decently soft tip section to throw those lighter baits, but a good parabolic full action to be able to actually throw some of your heavier baits. These guys right here use double footed guides all the way up. We adjusted a little bit of the handle section to give you a little bit more control, whether you're trying to roll cast up a little glide bait up into a tight area, and just a little long enough and enough grip down here to really send some of those bigger lures, like a clutch OG that weighs like 3.5, 4 ounces. This guy will absolutely get it done. So make sure you stop by, check it out on the website. We have one of these rigged up with a brand new Tatula 200 Coastal, and I think you're gonna absolutely love it. The first couple people that order those will get a free Evolve neoprene rod stock to go with that. We have them ready to go. I think we've got about 6 of them with those rod stocks. So if you do happen to order one of those, you should get one if you order really, really quickly. So we greatly appreciate y'all. But again, I do suggest probably a heavier style, maybe moderate swim bait rod. You could still throw this potentially easily on like a 7'4" heavy, like jig style rod, but I definitely like that more moderate action that you find in something like our signature rods or rods built mainly for swim baits, specifically being treble hooked. Last up here, the final finale of the drop. This is going to be the Retro Glide. This sucker right here is a monster. I don't think it's the biggest one they've ever created at Throwback, but this guy right here is going to be their big, wider style glide. Now, although the joint is kind of in between like a choppy glide bait that you're used to seeing, something like a trick shad from Bull Shad, or something like a traditional glide like a Depths 250, this is kind of in the middle. This is actually where I like my glide baits to be in terms of joint side-to-side play. You're able to chop it, you're able to reel it real fast and have it pause, hit a dime, and I mean just take off in one direction. And a lot of the time that's when you get your fish to eat. We have 5 of the same colors, essentially, the bone, the shad, even some big gills. And then this guy right here, the trout, and then the dang crappie in that big Retro Glide. Check those suckers out. Again, you're gonna get swiveling hook hangers, you're getting the hooks, hook protectors, and stickers as well, y'all. Again, 10:30 Central Time here in Texas. These are all gonna go up. The cheat codes, the metros, the retros. We're very, very excited. And again, for those of you that would like to try out, be one of the first to actually try out the iScope, definitely pick these bad boys up. Ultra light compared to other swim bait rods on the market. Exceptional at making those specific target casts when you're using your iScope to find where those fish are sitting. Absolute banger rod, especially for that Metro Glide, as well as anything else in that like 3/4 up to 5 ounces that is going to be the ticket. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video here. We're very excited about the drop. Be on the lookout, Facebook and Instagram for more updates. Definitely check out some of the cool stuff we have going on from Studio Composite, as well as the SLP handles if you're looking for a replacement handle. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out through DM as well as email info@lakeprotackle.com. Shoot a comment down below. Let me know what color you think is the best between the trout as well as the crappie, because I think these are both absolutely incredible colors here. Very excited to fish one of these here in the upcoming weeks, as well as taking out this Metro Glide, excuse me. This Metro Glide is going to get absolutely pummeled this winter time. So be on the lookout for some content on the social media, again, Instagram and Facebook, and we'll see you next time here at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.